Itzy here, back with another video, and today we're doing a 6-part reaction to Orbit, Fun, Ateez, Everything, Itzy, Mr.Vampire, 1ST.ONE, Problem Child, Moonbyul, maybe, Touchin&Movin, and Amazon, NTFN, Amazon. So without further ado, let's get into the first one. It's loading very slowly because internet access is great. Thank you, Columbia Wi-Fi. It's still loading, because why wouldn't it be? What? We're shocked. Okay, I'm sorry. It's still loading. Okay, great. Playing. I was scared. I was scared it was gonna be too loud. It's like good volume. Okay. The intro was giving disbandment, and then the song started. How old is Leo now? Is he still like baby?
Reach your for your sky, make a wish to party right. 수와다리 감지를 원더, kokoro hodorasere kawa. Senshin groove, hamaka all.
It's such a weird like shift from that chorus into like the chorus. Ooh, I got that like that's really short. It's very much like the 1ST.ONE.
Let's have a fun.
Okay, vocal. Ooh. I feel like this is a song Winner would have released in 2018. Oh. That was a lot of numbers, I'm not gonna lie, that was a lot. I feel like this song is very much something I would expect to hear from a group in 2018, especially because I think that was like the debut of Card, and that was when Winner came back with Really. This feels very much like a throwback song. I don't mind it. I think it's a good song. I think it's unironically fun. The choreo is very interesting as well. I like the choreo. The choreo just feels very energetic, very lively. I find the transition from the verse to the chorus to be not the greatest for, I believe, the second verse, just particularly for the reason that it feels like we're going from a slight genre shift, because the chorus feels more summery than the verse does for some reason. And so when they go from the verse into the chorus, I'm like, this feels a little disjointed, but it doesn't deter me from listening to it. I just question it when it appears. All right, up next is Ateez Everything. This logo, KQ has a plot story. Ateez does that a lot. I don't know why I get shocked. Is it gonna be a ballad? It is a ballad. Should have been released on Christmas. 2 months too late. Would have been really great in a Christmas album. I don't know why I feel like ballads need to be released on like a Christmas wintry holiday. This is a solo. Just realized. Is it bad that I feel like if Goblin was released later, this would have gone really good in a Goblin like soundtrack? Vocal. Okay, wow. Now I'm like skimming because I think one thing that I feel could have been interesting to see is if there was also a connection with the start, because they did it like the relationship and you could see like it start to deteriorate and then eventually like we end up with like him alone and broken and the house is on fire. It would have been interesting if those exact locations were also shown as like very like happy moments, so like maybe them playing basketball together in the summer because opposite seasons, you know, things like that also can add to the story. But I think things like that, like them playing basketball together and then him sitting alone at the basketball court, like those little additions, I feel like would have brought a little bit more into the story. I think the song is beautiful. I really do think the song could have gone great in the Goblin soundtrack. Like, I feel like it fits so well, especially with the story of Goblin. But I do wish that there was just like that little bit further of a push in the video. But I also understand that this is within an album, and so do all the members have like a solo song, or at least most of them have a solo song, which means that they just don't have time to incorporate as many releases, if that makes sense. Oh, that was fast. That was good reflex on that. But I do wonder that, because I feel like the song is really done, like really well done. I just think that that little notion in the visuals would also really add into the story. But the song overall is a really good song. Up next is Itzy Mr.Vampire. Okay, we're starting with birds. This sounds like the birds outside my window. Okay. The music is so odd. January 1st. Oh my gosh. They released this before Untouchable? Okay, sure. I just have to say chase skirt is not a skirt, but you know, whatever, I'm not a stylist. The outfits are cute, it's just not a skirt. Like, they should have just given her shorts like they gave Virgin, because I feel like it would be really cute shorts though. Ooh. Not like a bird. Is it bad? I feel like you listen to Bite Me by Enhypen and then you listen to Mr. Vampire afterwards. Like a continuation of the lore. This move is so dumb. It's like what we would do as kids when we did shadows.
For the first time, 우린 바보처럼 사랑밖에 몰라.
Oh! They always do a crown, but it felt so weird for them to do a crown this time. I feel like they should have done like a vampire tooth or something. Like, I don't know why I feel like that would have worked better than them doing a crown, because the crown feels so awkward after doing Mr. Vampire, which is alligator. The song just feels really empty. I wish it didn't feel like so hollow. Maybe, I think it's the instrumental. I do think it's the instrumental, but I also don't know how you would take the lyrics of this song and make it feel more full, just because it's such a closed song. Like, there's nothing really to build off of. And you can also tell, like, this is definitely, like, just a B-side, because there's no real innovation in the MV. To be fair, Untouchable is also very, very minimalistic. But, Why this song? I know they have better. Like even when you think about like previous comebacks, like Cheshire, honestly Cheshire did not get enough hype for the song that it was. That song was really good, especially because people were critiquing like Itzy for not having as good of songs at that time, and I'm like, Cheshire was such a good song. Did you not know? Did you not listen to Cheshire? When you guys were all hating on Sneakers, I think Sneakers grows on you. It grows on you, especially when like now we have Mr. Vampire, and I'm like, Mr. Vampire is just not it. It's just not it. They do so much better like songs. Why? I'm assuming the only thing I can assume is this was like a fan wanted song, and if it wasn't a fan wanted song, I don't know. YG was just like, we have excess budget, give it to MV. Like, I don't understand. I just feel like it's too hollow. I feel like there's something missing to fully realize and round out the song, which is kind of disappointing. I do listen to Untouchable a lot though. Untouchable, that's a bop. Okay, up next, play. This is 1ST.ONE, Problem Child. I love like listening to like some J-pop. Is this J-pop? No, this is P-pop. This is definitely P-pop. Yeah, this is P-pop. You can tell visually immediately, because I feel like the move, the skip back. Oh my gosh, that was such a trend in like 2019. I can't. No, not even 2019. 2015, I would say. Is he wearing a mesh shirt, or is he just shirtless? Ooh, wait, it's gonna hit. You hear the build. You feel it. Okay. This is such a... I like that their subtitles have the names of who's singing. That's very helpful. Oh. At times it's giving Nickelodeon. Like, this portion particularly reminds me a lot of like a song they would release on Nickelodeon. Ooh. Love a rooftop shot. Oh. Not even intimidating, I'm not gonna lie. He's really good. Ace, really good. That's kind of funny, I'm sorry. The dance break isn't... The dance break really reminds me of like 2015. This feels like competition show meets Nickelodeon, like semi self-produced vibes, not fully self-produced vibes, because I do think the amount of sets and time needed would be a little bit more, but definitely it was interesting. It's not my favorite first one song. I have like other like few songs I've reacted to them over the years. I think Shout Out is one that I really really enjoyed. This one isn't bad. It just more so feels lower budget compared to their previous songs, I would say. And like the simplicity of the lyrics also probably doesn't help in making it as impactful as maybe they would hope it would be. But I wouldn't say it's like the worst song I've ever heard, because if based on this channel, you all know I've heard a lot of songs and I've heard a few that are questionable. And so this is like not horrible. It's just not full. Like it's not as full as I would want. I feel like there's just something missing. There's something not in terms of the MV, but more so in the choreography and in the mixing. I feel like particularly the mixing is where I'm having an issue with the song, because I feel like it could have just been so much better. But you know, I particularly especially don't really know. But those are kind of just my thoughts. Okay, up next is Moonbyul Touchin'&Movin. I don't know why I stared at that word for a long time. I was like, what does that say? Also, it's gonna be good. Her outfit. The styling is it's giving JYP. I'm sorry. But you could tell me you can't see him doing the cover to the song. You can't tell me he would do cover to this. This is my favorite. I didn't do the chorus yet. Ooh. Okay. Are those jeans? I love the first outfit. So the second outfit, is that a top, a sensible top with like jeans? Because I thought it was like a dress with like a sheer. I want that color. Okay. It's like a pant. Yeah. Ooh. I love the mix of the textiles of like hard and soft, like feminine and masculine. Oh, JYP loves the song. There's no way he doesn't listen to the song. There's no way JYP doesn't. I'm sorry. Ooh, ooh. This is really good. This is my favorite. It's like a song that I immediately would listen to again, because it's that catchy, it's that like well done, and it's interesting. Like the choreography is more simplistic for, I feel like, for Moonbyul, but also like Mamamoo doesn't really do like, I feel like, super intricate choreography. They do like more fun choreography, I feel like. To be fair, Hwasa's solo music, that choreography looks hard and scary. But I really enjoy this. I think that the reason I say it's simplistic is more so simplistic in, I think, the idol industry, because for some reason they really love giving idols like flips and throwing them in the air, especially 1S. Oh my gosh, at the 1S concert, I swear every song someone was getting thrown, and I said, please stop throwing them around like toys. Okay, moving on. Just a random thought. But I really like this. I think that the use of the sets worked out really well. Again, I already said the styling. I really love the mix of like the hard and soft, the feminine and the masculine. It really, I think, highlights that Moonbyul is not very like set in one box. Because I feel like when they were early on, it was very much like Solar, Hwasa, and Rian were very much like the not super ultra feminine, but like I felt like they were set to a different aesthetic more so than Moonbyul. But I think it's also like, I think Mamamoo is like one of those groups where they have probably some of the most control over their styling, their music, their career, and so this also is just an artistic choice. But I love seeing like how far she's come as a soloist, and like how not only the music is very much indicative of Moonbyul as a soloist, but also the styling and the lyrics. I think it's just really well done, and I think that it's just, I don't know, I find Mamamoo to be such a fascinating group, particularly in the realm of like K-pop, because I feel like they're one of the groups that they definitely transcend into just like normal traditional pop like queens of music in general. But obviously people can still be ignorant because they see the K before the pop and they're like, But like, this is really well done. I really enjoy the song, and I feel like I could dissect it more, but I won't bore you guys. But I really like it. I think this is like one of my favorite songs so far this year. And that's saying something, because most of my songs in this playlist, why are they just JYP? Why has JYP been releasing? Also, 10's like new solo album that came out like I think a month or two ago. So good. Anyway, we're moving on. We're not going on tangents, I promise. Last song is TFN Amazon. Is TFN was 1ST.ONE, right? I think. No, they were T4119 or whatever. What is it? T1419. You know, TFN is probably easier to remember. I appreciate it. Okay. I love the sparkles. How did you make that mask? That's not... Oh, okay, I see the little Latin style. It was very popular these past 2 years. Oh! What is this? What's this? This choreo, what? Okay. Is what? You know that soundstage is small because of how much set dressing was on it. You know that was a small like space for dancing. Ooh. Okay. That move is so funny. Amazon. Not them taking a VR mask, wrapping it in like fake spider web, and then pretending that it wasn't a VR mask. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We all saw the VR mask. Let's not pretend that we didn't know what a VR mask was. Sorry. I don't know why I make these faces. Because they could be safe forever on the internet, but it's too late. It's too late. There's too much of me on the internet for there not to be like just really bad facial expressions out there. Kind of a bop. I think probably one of the better songs reactions today, because I felt like the songs were pretty much like normal. I don't want to say boring or plain, because I don't think you can't really call things boring or plain, because everyone has a different interpretation of what boring and plain is. But I felt like particularly Moonbyul and TFN had the better songs of this video. But again, it's subjective, obviously, because those are like my favorites, and obviously all of you have different favorites coming in. Particularly, I imagine the Ateez stands. Though, like, the Ateez one was actually pretty good too. Just a slower pace, and definitely something I would listen to more on holiday than the TFN one. The TFN one, why did you give them such little space for the choreo? Especially like sometimes you could see like they were trying to squish into a very small space, and I think maybe it's to be impactful, maybe so the set would look more interesting, maybe to have to do less zoom-ins so you could do more full shots without worrying about it just showing up like a soundstage. But I do feel like it didn't give enough wiggle room for the performers, the members. So I think that's one critique I would have. I think the choreography is fun. There's some weird moves in there. There's some moves I can see being TikTok trends or just like being memed within the fandom, which I really like. I think I enjoyed the mask concept because it was like, yes, every group eventually has a mask concept. Let's be so serious. I feel like the first time I really delved into like the mask concept mentally was when Pink Fantasy debuted, and the one member who was wearing like the bunny mask, who's not mask head, and now is wearing a bunny mask. I think she doesn't have the bunny mask anymore, right? Now we can see her face. I hope so. Poor girl. I like the mask concept. It was really fun. Not really refreshing in terms of like, ooh, interesting, new, because a lot of groups have been doing that, particularly girl groups. But I like the song. I think the song is fun. You guys saw me having way too much fun with the choreo, particularly because it was really funny. And did they sing in 3 languages? Because there's English, Korean, or Japanese. But I think at one point they might have said something in Spanish or French. I think probably Spanish because it's a Latin-inspired song. But yeah, that was actually really interesting, and it caught me off guard. I was like, oh, that's new. That's different. Not that different, because a lot of groups are trying to do like Spanish-infused music, and I've like seen them do like fully Spanish versions of songs. But I do think it's something interesting to call out, particularly because this came out a year ago, maybe a little bit, almost 2 years at this point. But yeah, okay. I have not done my homework. I need to apply for jobs. I need to change my resume and I just need to get a job. So yeah, if you like today's video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Goblin reaction, Goblin episode 9 will be on the Patreon tomorrow. Okay, bye.